Guys, welcome back to Frac Daddy Barbecue. On today's episode, we are going to be doing a... Take it away, Roland.
So today we are going to be doing a standing rib roast. What we are going to do today is we are going to bone it out, tie it back on, and then put it on the grill. First things first, I want to talk about the cut. It is called a standing rib roast or a rib roast. A lot of people get confused, call it a prime rib roast. When you refer to prime, you're actually talking about the grade and not the cut. So with this today, what we're gonna do is usually you trim off some of this fat, but since we are gonna put it on the smoker, even if you are roasting it, it's something you do want to keep this nice fat cap on top of it right here. And this a prime rib roast is usually about 8 to 10 bones depending on the size you prefer. I got this one right over here. This is off the chuck end right here. If you can see this is my ribeye eye. This is ribeye cap, or the proper name is spinalis doris muscle right over here. This right here will be your most flavorful part of the ribeye. A lot of people see this and they see the kernel right there and they see that fat and they do not like it. What I tell them is this fat right here is a butter fat. It is delicious to eat. It's not like this outside fat that is more like a bubblegum fat where it's chewy. This right here, when cooked right, will just melt in your mouth right over here. So to begin, what we do, stand it up right over here, and we're gonna make our first cuts, if you can see, right along the bone line. All right, so what we want to do is you start right here. When you go, you make your first line. You don't have to do too deep or hard. Push against the bone right here. Once you get that, then you can start going a little deeper and use the bones as your guide right over here. And then just slowly stay with it. As you can see, it starts to come apart. And we will just keep it going all the way down. You can see that right over here. And as long as you just push against the bone, use that as a guide, keep some more meat, get all the way down till you get to the knuckle of the bone right over here. And it'll start pulling apart right here. You get one more line, and we'll stop. Get right over here. Get the boning knife. You can see these little knuckles right here. Come down, up, around, up and around. If you can see that, you got your bone. This would be considered your boneless ribeye. This, once it's deboned, if you sell this or grab this, this is what you consider your finger ribs right over here. It is the rib meat right there. So our next step after that is we're going to tie it back on. At that point, if you want to, you can put any fresh herbs. You can season it, whatever you prefer right here. We're gonna tie this back on. And the purpose of that is once it's tied on, when we're done cooking it, all we have to do is cut the string, the ribs will fall off, and we will carve our boneless ribeye right over here to serving size. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to tie it. So what you wanna do is put your twine right here. And so this is a 3-bone rib roast. We're gonna put 2 pieces of string right between the bones right in here. So let's start with this. So you want to do is tie your knot just like that. You get your string ready. Give me 1 second. We got a little bit of a big string here. We pull that through. Tighten that. Comes just like this. Get it nice and tight on there, as you can see, right between the bones, holds it together. And then we will finish it off with a binding knot. And let's cut that off.
Alright guys, so now that we have the standing rib roast, tied up. We are going to season this with your basic salt and pepper, and I'm going to use Worcestershire sauce as a binder. So, with as quality beef as this, you don't want to mask the flavor. You guys know how I do my briskets, basic salt and pepper, and that's how we're going to do this. Okay, Roland, so what would you tell somebody if they were to come to you at your butcher shop and they were going to ask you, hey, I'm going to be doing this for Christmas and I'm going to have, say, 4 to 5 people come over for Christmas. How many bones would you recommend that person to get on a standing rib roast?
I mean, so there's a couple of factors in that. You can either go by bone. So the average serving is a ½ pound per person. But when we talk about a ½ pound per person, that is usually boneless weight. We gotta include the bone weight on here. So when you're adding ½ pound per person, what you would do with something like this is go 3/4 of a pound to a pound per person. It will be your average serving with that bone loss weight right here.
Okay.
This right here is, if I'm not mistaken, was a 6.5 pound prime rib roast. It is, like I said, a 3-bone roast right here. So we should be able to feed at least 6 people off this one right here.
Or 3 of you and I.
Oh yeah. Like that, and then this will cook down. I mean, after this fat renders off of it, I mean, we'll probably be looking about, like I said, 5 pounds of meat ready to eat, and that would be just the meat. We're not including, like I said, that bone weight right there.
Very beautiful.
It is. It looks beautiful just like this right here. Can't wait to put it on the smoker.
There you go. All right, well, next step you'll see is we're going to put it on the smoker, guys. Okay, guys, so here we are at my Green Mountain Grill, the Daniel Boone. So we're going to be rolling at 225, and with meat is this quality, I'm going to be using my trusty ThermoWorks Dot, and we're going to set it to 115 for the internal temperature. Now, like Roland said, we're going to go bone down. Going to get a beautiful bath of poached oak. And when it hits that internal temperature of 115, we'll be golden. All right, guys. So our prime rib roast is at 79 degrees. So we're gonna flip it to where it's now meat or fat capped down to where we get some even cooking. There we go. So once it hits 115, we're gonna pull it, and then we're gonna do a reverse sear. Alrighty, guys. It has been 3 long, agonizing hours. We officially hit 115. So we got some harder charcoal lit in my little Weber. We're gonna sear this off, and then we're gonna come inside, we're gonna cut it up, and we're gonna have us a beautiful prime rib. Roland, how does this look, brother?
It looks amazing and smells amazing. I can't wait.
I am so excited, guys. I wish you could smell this. So, next time you see us, we're gonna be searing it off. We're gonna come back inside, cut the strings off, and we're gonna slice us up some prime rib. Alrighty. It's been resting 15 minutes after we seared it off. So, I am happy to turn this over to Roland, and he is going to carve it up for us, and then we get to eat. So Roland, please do your magic, brother.
Alright, like I was saying earlier in the video, we're going to flip this around. It's a beautiful piece of meat. You can see the string is still attached. What we're going to do now is cut the string. Pull those aside. Look at this. Beautiful ribs to the side. Flip that.
I'm actually surprised those strings didn't burn up.
Good twine. Let's grab this fork right here. See what this beautiful thing looks like. Oh man, that looks amazing. beautiful medium rare right over here. And this right here is a prime rib roast. And like I said, prime referring to the quality, and roast referring to the cut. Look at that right in there. That beautiful spinalis. Do you see what that kernel I was talking about earlier just kind of melted away into the flavor? Turned into a butter kind of fat right there.
All right, so the time has finally come. After 3.5 long hours, we finally get a taste this beautiful prime rib. Roland, as my guest here at the Frac Daddy Barbecue Kitchen, I want you to take the first bite, please.
With pleasure, sir. Look at that, it's just falling apart. So good. Basic salt and pepper, nothing fancy. Definitely get that smoking profile. Tastes amazing, so tender.
Let me give this a try. Now, I made some creamy horseradish. I'm just going to take a bite. This by far probably has to be one of the best prime ribs I've ever had. And the smokiness, the saltiness, the pepperiness is just freaking awesome. So guys, if you like this video, please come back again, watch more of these videos, and if you'd like to see Roland and some more videos, please smash that thumbs up for us, because that would help us out so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again in our next video.